Hello, my name's Lani, and I've been Colleen Hoovered. In the span of 1 week, I read like 4 or 5 Colleen Hoover books, and then I took like a 2-week break, and then I finished all of Colleen Hoover's books. Well, pretty much all. I've never really went through an author this fast, so I really wanted to make a video about it. This will pretty much be my thoughts of Colleen Hoover, and then also summaries of her books, and you should totally pick them up if you're ever feeling like a cute romance book. Colleen Hoover is the definition of a sweet, short read. They're about 200 or so pages, but you just fly through all of them. I tried making this video before, but then I realized how many photos I'd have to edit into this because I read all these books on my iPod, so I just drew the covers myself, and I'm not an artist. But this first book is Finding Cinderella, and this is the second point fifth book in the Hopeless series. I actually haven't read the first book in the Hopeless series, but I have read the second one, which is Losing Hope, which is pretty much the story of Hopeless, but in the guy's point of view. But Finding Cinderella is a short story that's on Wattpad, which got me into Colleen Hoover, and it's the story of one of the side characters in Hopeless. A guy has a study hall, and so he goes to this closet every day, and then one day a girl stumbles in, and she's crying, and then some stuff happens, and then they promise never to meet again. And then a year later, they see each other, and that's when stuff picks up. I wouldn't suggest reading this first, because this does spoil some things in Hopeless. Losing Hope is pretty much about another guy and a girl, which are best friends with the guy and the girl in this story. But in Losing Hope, there is a girl, and she moves to an area, and then she sees the guy, and then the guy is like, oh my gosh, what? And then the next Colleen Hoover book I read was November 9. November 9 is about a guy and a girl again, but they only meet on one day. Can you guess what day it is? Yeah. It's November 9. The girl was an ex-actress, and then the guy also has a weird backstory. Those 3 books are probably gonna be like a 4.1 or 2 to me. And then we have Never Never, which is 3 short stories. These guy and a girl, they both lose their memories, and they're like, what the heck? Apparently they were dating before, so they had to figure out why they lose their memories. I'd probably rate this one around like a 3.4, because this was my least favorite because I did not like the ending. And then we have Confess, which is about a girl that moves from Seattle to Texas. When she was 15 years old, her boyfriend passed away, and she's really scarred by that, but now she's moving to Texas, and there she meets an artist named Owen. Colleen Hoover actually put some of Owen's art in the book, and it's really cool and really pretty, and he bases his art off of confessions that people leave on his door. I'd probably rate this the same as November 9 in them. And then the next book is Ugly Love. Ugly Love does have a weird way of writing where in some of the guys' point of views, it'll go into a poetry writing format. But it's not bothersome, it's just something that does happen. A girl moves in with her brother, and then there's a neighbor, and then the neighbor is like, I can't fall in love, I'm not gonna fall in love, and then they do some hookup things because they both like each other, but they're not gonna fall in love. I would rate this one a 4.4, I think, because I did like it more than November 9 in them. I was feeling more emotions with this one. And then there's Maybe Someday, which is about a girl who broke up with her boyfriend because she found out that he was cheating on her with her best friend, of course. And then she moves into her neighbor's apartment because they had been talking and he always plays guitar on the balcony, etc. This would probably be a 4.35 because I didn't like it as much as Ugly Love, but I liked it more than November 9. And then we have Slammed, which is about this guy who does slam poetry, and then this girl who moves into town, and she's like, wow, cool, you're my neighbor, you do slam? Nice. It was really cool reading this because the way that Colleen Hoover writes the slam poems, she'll accent different words. This was incredibly cheesy. Some of the poems I liked, but then other ones and just the entire thing of this was just what the heck? And then after that, I read Point of Retreat. I'd probably rate that one a 3.8, 3.9 stars. This was ultra cliche. All these books are cliche, but Slam series was extra cliche. And then I have Hopeless, but I didn't read Hopeless. I just drew it, so whoops. So about my thoughts of all these books. Colleen Hoover is not Rainbow Rowell, which is the only other contemporary author that I've read. Her books are more for mature audiences because some stuff does happen. But then also another thing about Colleen Hoover, she reuses her characters a lot. It doesn't happen in all of these, but there are a lot of times where she's writing about the same characters, but it's different stories. There is a lot of insta love. There is already an instant attraction between the people in every one of her books, and then she's just building it up from there. And then there's probably some tension that goes on. I usually do like her endings, and they leave me more content. I do feel like their stories are complete, but I do want more of her books because I've read almost all of them. One big thing about Colleen Hoover is her soap opera characters, and when I say soap opera characters, I mean her characters are not average at all. They've seen things. This guy, he's probably killed a man. But even if I'm listening to her things, I can just say all of her books are super cute, and I did enjoy reading all of them. I think that's everything everything about Colleen Hoover that I can think of right now. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!